Hello, Stuart Watson, Alex Jones here at Ashton Gate to reflect on a 1-1 draw for Kieran McKenna's men. We'll talk about the performance in a minute. As a point, fair result, and is it a good one?
Yes, I'm going to say yes. And this is taking the performance aside because we can dig in and analyse that kind of separately. All in all, I think coming here, it's a Bristol City side that are quite good at home. I know they've lost their last one that they played here to Oxford 3-1, but all in all, they're a strong attacking unit. Yes, they were missing one or two key players that probably would have made a difference tonight if they were on the pitch, but this is not an easy place to come, and it's a very much rotated Town team that took on Bristol City. When you look at it in isolation as a good result, I think I'm more, I'm not going to sit here and say it's an amazing point, but I'm more glass half full than empty.
Yeah. Likewise, I said going into the game tonight that Bristol City are a side that finished sixth last season. It's a very settled side. They've got an attack that's clicking and lots of goal contributions between them this season. So win your home games, draw away tends to be a recipe for success. That's what Ipswich have been doing in the last couple of games. So I think that's fine as a point tonight. Is there things to work on? 100%. Very much work in progress, but I think a point is a good one. As you say, in the context of where Ipswich are at the moment. And I think on the balance of play, it was probably just about right tonight. It was a game of few clear-cut chances, wasn't it? Bristol City sort of almost played like an away side themselves, really. They were quite happy to defend deep, be organised. They're very good on the counter-attack. They posed a real threat on transition. And now we'll have a debate about what team gets picked for Sunday. I don't think there's any doubt. I mean, we'll get into all this later in the week, that Kayusta comes back in for Nunez, for example. We'll talk about that more in due course, I guess, won't we? But it's nice now to turn full focus, full attention to that game, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's weird in a sense that it's not had probably quite the same build-up as the last couple, where we all know what the last home game was, and the last away game at Carrow Road was one that came right in the run, and this one's probably been a little bit different in that sense. But, I mean, I think it's one that probably won't settle in fully until you're at the stadium on Sunday. You've got to also factor in for it'll be the same for the players and the fans. You can say as much as you want, we're focused on tonight, and that's 100% what all eyes are on, but that's always going to be in the back of your head, a game like that. So to come and get a point in those circumstances somewhere like here has to be factored in.
Yeah. Manager said afterwards, Kieran McKenna, that they haven't mentioned it at all up until this point, but it was the first thing that was mentioned as soon as they got into the dressing room tonight. So, this one out the way, point in the pocket at Bristol City. All eyes on the East Anglian derby at Portman Road on Sunday. We'll see you then.